In Hollywood, love often comes fast and fades even faster. Yet behind the bright lights and endless scandals, some couples have chosen to hold hands for decades. They've shared not only fame, but also battles with illness, public scrutiny, and the test of time itself. Today, let's look back at the fairy tale romances that still shine strong to this very day. William Daniels and Bonnie Bartlett married in 1951, a record 74 years by 2025. William is a veteran actor. Bonnie is also an actress. Before marriage, both were theater students. Afterward, they built long careers in TV and film. Fun fact, they briefly separated in the 1970s but reunited stronger than ever. They inspire with one of the longest Hollywood marriages. Today, elderly but still together. Pierce Brosnan and Keely Shea Smith married in 2001. That's 24 years by 2025. Pierce is a world-famous actor best known as James Bond, while Keely is a journalist and author. Before marriage, Pierce was already a Hollywood star, and Keely a TV correspondent. Afterward, she supported his career while building her own writing projects. Fun fact, Pierce often praises Keely publicly as his true soulmate. They're admired for their enduring love story. Today, they remain happily married and often attend events together. Courtney B. Vance and Angela Bassett married in 1997, making it 28 years by 2025. Courtney is a respected actor, Angela an Oscar-nominated actress. Before marriage, both were rising stars in theater and film. Afterward, they became a Hollywood power couple. Fun fact, Angela was the one who proposed. Their marriage is celebrated as a strong example of Black love in Hollywood. Today, they're still together, raising twins. Steve Carell and Nancy Walls married in 1995. That's 30 years by 2025. Steve is a beloved comedian and actor. Nancy is a writer and former actress. They met when Steve was teaching improv comedy before his career skyrocketed. Fun fact, Nancy was once Steve's student. Fans admire them for their grounded, funny relationship. Today, they're happily married with 2 children. Jeff Bridges and Susan Jeston married in 1977, marking 48 years by 2025. Jeff is an Oscar-winning actor. Susan worked as a production assistant. Before marriage, Jeff was building his acting career while Susan worked behind the scenes. Afterward, Jeff became a Hollywood icon. Fun fact, Jeff proposed multiple times before Susan finally said yes. They're adored for having one of Hollywood's longest marriages. Today, they live quietly in Montana. Chris Henchy and Brooke Shields married in 2001, 24 years together by 2025. Chris is a writer and producer. Brooke is a model and actress. Before marriage, Brooke was a global star. Chris worked in comedy writing. Afterward, they built a low-key family life. Fun fact, Brooke was previously married to tennis star Andre Agassi. Fans respect them for creating stability after fame. Today, they're still happily married with 2 daughters. Paul Rudd and Julie Yeager married in 2003. That's 22 years by 2025. Paul is an actor known as Ant-Man. Julie is a writer and producer. Before marriage, Paul was a rising actor. Julie worked in film marketing. Afterward, Paul became a Marvel star while Julie pursued screenwriting. Fun fact, they met when Julie helped Paul with errands on his first day in New York. Fans love them for keeping their private life quiet. Today, they remain strong together with 2 kids. Hugh Laurie and Joe Green married in 1989, 36 years by 2025. Hugh is best known as Dr. House. Joe is a theater director. Before marriage, Hugh was a comedian in the UK. Joe was in stage work. Afterward, Hugh rose to international fame. Fun fact, Joe supported Hugh through depression during his career. They're admired for staying together through fame and hardship. Today, they're still married and living privately. Peter Hermann and Mariska Hargitay married in 2004. That's 21 years by 2025. Peter is an actor. Mariska is the Emmy-winning star of Law & Order, SVU. They met on set and married shortly after. Fun fact, Peter appeared as a guest on SVU, where they first connected. Fans adore them as one of TV's most beloved couples. Today, they're happily raising 3 children. Married in 2002, 23 years by 2025. Conan is a famous late-night host. Liza is a writer and advertising executive. They met when Conan filmed a comedy sketch at her agency. Fun fact, Conan often jokes that Liza is the funniest person in their house. Fans love them for balancing comedy and normal family life. Today, they're still happily married with 2 kids. William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman married in 1997, 28 years by 2025. William is an acclaimed actor, Felicity an Emmy-winning actress. Before marriage, both were active in theater. Afterward, they became a respected Hollywood couple. Fun fact, they survived Felicity's college admissions scandal together. Fans see them as proof of resilience in marriage. Today, still together. Mark Harmon and Pam Dawber married in 1987. That's 38 years by 2025. Mark is a TV star from NCIS. Pam was famous from Mork and Mindy. Fun fact, they fiercely protect their privacy. Fans admire them for balancing fame with family. Today, they live quietly, raising 2 children. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar. Married in 2002, 23 years by 2025. Both are actors known from 90s teen movies. Fun fact, they first met filming I Know What You Did last summer. They're adored as the rare teen idols who made marriage last. Today, they're still happily together with 2 kids. Julius Tenen and Viola Davis married in 2003. That's 22 years by 2025. Julius is an actor, Viola an Oscar-winning actress. Fun fact, Viola once said Julius was the answer to her prayer for a husband. They inspire as a strong, faith-based couple. Today, they're still going strong. Chris O'Donnell and Caroline Fentress married in 1997, 28 years by 2025. Chris is an actor, Caroline is a school teacher. Fun fact, Caroline is the sister of Chris's college roommate. They're admired for choosing a simple, family-oriented life. Today, they're raising 5 kids together. Seth Rogen and Lauren Miller married in 2011, 14 years by 2025. Seth is an actor and producer. Lauren is a screenwriter. Fun fact, they co-founded Hilarity for Charity to fight Alzheimer's. They influence Hollywood with humor and philanthropy. Today, still happily married. Keith Lieberthal and Juliana Margulies married in 2007. That's 18 years by 2025. Keith is a lawyer. Juliana is an Emmy-winning actress. Fun fact, Juliana is older than Keith by 6 years. Fans admire them for blending Hollywood and intellectual worlds. Today, they're happily raising their son. Samuel L. Jackson and LaTanya Richardson married in 1980, 45 years by 2025. Samuel is one of Hollywood's biggest actors. LaTanya is also an actress and producer. Fun fact, they stayed together through financial struggles and addiction recovery. They inspire as one of the longest-lasting celebrity couples. Today, still happily married. Sting and Trudy Styler married in 1992, 33 years by 2025. Sting is a legendary musician. Trudy is an actress and producer. Fun fact: their relationship caused tabloid buzz before they wed. They influence culture as a power couple in music and activism. Today, still strong together. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa married in 1996. That's 29 years by 2025. Mark is an actor, Kelly a popular TV host. Fun fact: they eloped in Las Vegas. They're admired as one of America's favorite TV couples. Today, they're still happily married with 3 kids. Hugh Laurie and Joe Green married in 1989, 36 years by 2025. Hugh is best known as Dr. House. Joe is a theater director. Before marriage, Hugh was a comedian in the UK, Joe was in stage work. Afterward, Hugh rose to international fame. Fun fact: Joe supported Hugh through depression during his career. They're admired for staying together through fame and hardship. Today, they're still married and living privately. Paul Rudd and Julie Yeager married in 2003. That's 22 years by 2025. Paul is an actor known as Ant-Man. Julie is a writer and producer. Before marriage, Paul was a rising actor. Julie worked in film marketing. Afterward, Paul became a Marvel star while Julie pursued screenwriting. Fun fact: they met when Julie helped Paul with errands on his first day in New York. Fans love them for keeping their private life quiet. Today, they remain strong together with 2 kids. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Which couple impressed you the most? And if you think we missed someone who deserves a spot, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to support the channel by hitting like, sharing with your friends, and subscribing so you won't miss our next stories. And be sure to check out our related and recent videos for even more fun.